Yes, people, apologies for the lateness, but lateness is greatness, and it's bank holiday, so all you got guys going on is just time in general. The Premier League has ended. I'm joined by a gal, big up himself, Roms and Daps. I'm pretty sure you can guess who was late, and it wasn't me. So anyways, and you know what else has ended? The cost of living, because when you discover there's such thing as 25p lemonade and it tastes just like 7-Up, that's £2. Man, there's no such thing as a cost of living anymore. Anyone ever had 25p lemonade?
You need to bust me on that.
Lidl, bro, just bust yourself on Lidl or Aldi.
Yeah, trust me, they got all the products. They were all they like. You look at something, you're like, oh, them pack of biscuits are like, they're like 35, 40p. And you look at the McVitie's or something like that, and they're like £2 or £1.50. And then you're looking at it again, I'm like, you get both packets. You're like, wait, what's the difference? I just say £1.50. So there you go, man.
29p 2-litre lemonade. 29p.
Yeah, man. And in other news, Man City lost on the weekend, so there's still time for Arsenal to win the league.
Hey, and I see Martin saying, Martin, who does Martin support again? He's Arsenal or United, isn't he?
Arsenal.
And he's saying Haaland with 1 goal in last 6 matches, City losing momentum before the Champions League final. Do you know what? The fact that Manchester City yesterday didn't have, and this is off the top of my head, we didn't play Diaz, we didn't play Rodri, we didn't play Gundogan, we didn't play De Bruyne, we didn't play Bernardo Silva, we didn't play Haaland, we didn't play Grealish, right? And not one of them even got brought on as a substitute, yeah? It just told me, and I was thinking he might do it as a bit of, for all the away fans that travelled down there just to kind of let us cheer him. No sort of like, no, he don't care. Premier League done, points done, rest, because we've had a long season. And he knows, and anyone that thinks, oh yeah, but we need, we've seen this season. If this season doesn't tell you, when Manchester City want to hit the switch on button, yeah, Manchester City hit the switch on button, right? We've seen it with the league. So anyone goes, oh no, because, let's be real, no disrespect to Man United, it is a derby, but that is our warm-up for the Champions League, yeah? So I expect to see, a best 11 in the Champions League, in the FA Cup, and that's the momentum to move on to the Champions League.
Do you know what's kidding me? I was saying it to a gal and Kaz backstage. There were certain Arsenal fans on Twitter that were saying, if only we won 2 more games. It's like, if City really needed to win their last 2 games, they would have won them. Stop all of this revisionism. That they would have won them.
Anyways, when you lose on Saturday, it's all good, man. And I'm going to be right next to Daps celebrating his face.
Actually, yeah. And whoa. What did you just say?
He's celebrating in your face.
Bro, don't do that.
Why does everything got to get sexualized these days? I can't celebrate someone's face.
It's very like...
It's like, bro, what kind of celebration are you thinking about?
I've been streaming with you too long, Kaz. I got it from you.
No, it's no whoa. That's
champagne of champions, by the way.
So you're gonna pop that on the Champions League?
No. I'm keeping this one, bro. I'm not popping this one. This one is Ballers. People go and check out Ballers champagne. They do City's champagne for on the pitch and whatever. Some great champagne.
I've already got that's his brand and sorted. That's his thing. Yeah, is whoa. Literally, all you're gonna have to do on T-shirt is print whoa in City Blue or something like that. Yeah, with an exclamation mark, and that's his saying.
But I think I probably got that off of. Nah, it's my daughter. When we went to Dubai for the first time, when she realised she was going to Dubai, she was on the plane. I've got video of her, and she's going, whoa! It's a window! It's a window! She's getting gassed that a plane has a window on it.
Yo, did you guys see the guy who opened the window, the door mid-flight?
Yeah, the South Korean.
A man opened the door mid-flight. He said he needed fresh air.
What the fuck? I need to see it.
The guy was sitting next to the plane is in the air.
Yeah.
He's sitting next to the exit, the emergency exit. He just opens it mid-flight. Everyone's the air is just coming in. I thought they would get sucked out like in the movie.
Yeah, I thought they would. But when I was young, I remember when I was probably about 6 or 7, I remember being on a plane, and I remember being sat right by the door, right, and just like any other door, I'm sure it's got more than just a door handle, yeah, but I kept looking at it thinking, I wonder what would happen if I just opened it. But even at 6 or 7, you kind of know that is not the thing to do midair.
I
You
can't
know
lie.
what happened? All that happened was they were
freezing.
just sitting there, and it was as if your car window was open and the air was just coming in
For real?
like heavy.
It must have been cold, you know.
Is that all it did, though?
Yeah,
it didn't suck them out.
No, it didn't suck them out.
Son, I think.
Actually, that's true, because you know what? When you think about it, yeah, in films, if a door or window gets open, people get sucked out, right? But how do
you see, in case you're on medicine.
How do people do sky jumps? Sorry, someone said breaking news: Man City are ready to sell Cancelo. Is that breaking news?
It's not really breaking news. We've known that since January.
Man City already sold João Cancelo this summer. The fullback will return from Bayern Munich, who will not be triggering the 70 million euro buy option. I can see him going to Arsenal, man.
Do you know what? I think Barca, you know. But here's the thing.
Think Barca have money for him.
No, but bro, I was saying this to Steve yesterday, right? So apparently Barca won Laporte, Cancelo, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva, right? And I'm thinking, how the F are they? All right, Gundogan's a free, but apart from that, how are they affording them for?
Do you know what it is though? That's Barca and Madrid. They just find a dodgy way. They just find a way. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Not all of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they signed 2 out of them for.
Well, do you know what I said? Do you know what I said I'd do if I was City? Right, I'd put together a package and do like Cancelo and whether it be Cancelo and Laporte or Cancelo and Bernardo. If Bernardo really, really wants to go, give us De Jong and a bit of money.
If you get De Jong,
why would you go for De Jong if you could go for Gavi?
Oh, bro.
Gavi's no, forget
De
that.
Jong, bro. I want De Jong.
I wouldn't even take De Jong. I'll be taking Pedri, man.
Yeah, but we ain't getting Pedri, bro. We ain't getting Pedri.
No, but how desperate do they want to be? Like, do you
No,
want?
There's that one player you cling on to. That's Pedri for Barca. Like, I don't think they'll let him.
Bro, I want De Jong, yeah, because I know how much it'll piss
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Off as well.
Barcelona PR is ridiculous because Ansu Fati, Gavi, Pedri, they get put in conversations that young players in England don't even get put in those conversations.
Yeah,
like
I can't lie though. Pedri's different gravy though, man.
Bro, but look at if I'm telling you right now, if Foden or Saka were at Barcelona, they'd be spoken about the same way Pedri is.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
I suppose so, but I don't know, man. Kimmich is linked. I don't know why Kimmich is linked with Man City. To be honest,
I just can't see. Look, the Kimmich hype.
Kimmich is going on a free.
No, but
is he going on a free?
Is it? Hold on, is Kimmich on a free?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's what I thought.
Nah.
No chance. No chance.
Not on a free. That's why he's not on a free. But the Kimmich one, yeah, for me, I refuse to believe that Bayern Munich would allow Kimmich to go to Manchester City.
Oh yeah, he has a contract till 2025.
You know, there's just certain players, they're just going to stay at their club, if not forever, for a very long time.
And I think Bayern, I think all Kimmich needs, because I know Kimmich isn't happy at the moment, yeah.
Bro, they're saying 20 mil.
You're not hearing about Tuchel.
All I'm saying is, right. So firstly, like Tuchel, that is the biggest tapping I've ever seen in my life, yeah. He made them worse this season. That is a tapping. That is what Tommy Tuchel does. He's a tapping merchant, right? But then I think with Kimmich, yeah, all he needs to see is he needs Bayern to show him something. If Bayern reassure him this summer, we're going out for this player, this player, this player. If it is Tuchel's going and we're bringing in someone else, whatever, yeah. But I think that's all he needs to be shown to go, all right, cool, I'll stay. But I think he's just a bit disheartened at where Bayern are at the moment. But you know how Bayern do transfers? They'll probably, the transfer window will open and all of a sudden they'll probably buy 2-3 players. I've also seen this link with Musiala as well, by the way.
No, Musiala's not going nowhere.
I'm just saying I've seen us linked with him, bro.
Just to add on to what you said, I think you're spot on that. I think Kimmich, even though they won the league on the last day, he can't ignore the duration of the season. And he's not used to Bayern being inconsistent. He's used to them winning it with like 4 or 5 games to spare, them thrashing every team. So he's probably looking at it like, cool, even though we won the league, this is kind of a false representation how the season's gone. I need to know that we're going to be latter stage of Champions League and winning the league by a canter again.
Yeah.
What I saw as well, because of Oliver Kahn and another guy getting sacked,
yeah,
or something like that. Oh wait, I can't remember who he was.
Wait, Kahn got sacked. He's like their biggest ambassador side.
Anyways, he got sacked now. Yeah, that now apparently Tuchel's future's all up in the air.
Bro, apparently Tuchel might get sacked.
Yeah, but apparently he might. He
hasn't been good, man. He hasn't been good.
He'll get back Nagelsmann, isn't it? I guarantee they'll get back Nagelsmann and say we made a mistake.
No, they bring in Ancelotti.
No, Ancelotti's going with Brazil.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw that.
The Brazil national team.
I see the comments are going back and forth on Gundogan and Bernardo, with someone saying they're leaving, someone saying they're staying. Let's be real, we don't know if they're leaving or staying. Right? Gundogan is on a free, so it's his decision. Yeah, City are offering him 1 year at the moment. Ideally, he wants 2 years. And with Bernardo Silva, we just don't know. He's under contract, but the fact is, every summer Bernardo wants to go. So we just have to wait and see, innit?
Why does Bernardo Silva want to leave?
I remember you saying last season, Daps, that Bernardo, I think he wants his first kid back home more.
We don't know, but he's of an age. He hasn't got a kid yet. He's got a long-term missus. I think, and he just wants to get back to that side of the country. I reckon you got to remember, when you've got a missus and stuff like that, sometimes, and I honestly think the Champions League final for me, that's going to be a real teller. If we win the Champions League final, I think Bernardo will go, I've literally done everything I can now. I want to go. I want to keep my missus happy and go home. But we'll see in it. If we look, I want to keep Bernardo Silva all day long, and I want to keep Gundogan. But it's for the first time as City fans, we're going into this transfer window with no previous years it's like, oh, are we definitely getting Haaland? And previous years it's like, are we going to get Kane? And this is what we need. Whereas I'm quite comfortable going into this transfer window going, I know that Pep and Khaldoon and the board, will get the right players, right? And if we do get rid of Gundogan and Bernardo Silva, the one thing we know now as City fans is there will be a plan. They're not just going to go, oh, we don't know what we're going to do now. It's not like going to be an overnight thing. Foden might drop deeper. Grealish might drop deeper. Who knows? And that's quite good. I know, to me at the moment, obviously, we've still got 2 more games that are our destiny. But after that, I mean, I'm looking forward to see what the transfer window brings and who does come, who doesn't come. Will McAllister go to Liverpool? I think so.
There's new links of Caicedo to Chelsea, but I'm thinking, doesn't he want to play Champions League football?
Yeah, I had Kane to Chelsea yesterday as well.
Yeah. According to whose sources? Darren Bentz.
No, it was Jermaine Pennant said a very reliable source.
Jermaine Pennant. Oh, that guy's solid anyways.
Yeah, I know, and it might have been winding someone up, but he would seem very adamant, saying, honestly, someone has told me. But that would surprise me. But Chelsea do need a striker, so...
This is the thing this time of the year. The rumourville is just crazy. You don't know what to believe.
Don't believe anything sometimes.
Yeah, everyone's just saying what they need to say. Journalists want to become more credible.
Hey, Broms, the best one yesterday was I can't stand his name's Alex Crook, from TalkSport. Yeah, this last one
I know him. Yeah,
his last name's Crook. Literally, you saw
the irony.
Marco Silva talking to Fred, and everyone guesswork what's going on there in it. You don't just stand there for 5 minutes talking to someone, a player that's got a year left on his contract, thinking what can happen. A lot of Brazilians at Fulham at the moment, Willian, Pereira, or that speak Portuguese. So. On the Vinicius, another one as well. To be fair, he's actually all right for them. But and then this morning, it's like there's a possibility that Fred might go to Fulham, and I'm thinking like, you recycled wash bag, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you just spouting journalism for the thought of it? Like everyone knew this shit yesterday, bro. And I think Fred's clap yesterday goes to show that he's probably gonna leave Man United and he's not gonna get renewed because there's no talks of renewal either. So it looks like Fred's on his way out. McTominay looks like he's got a Newcastle. Maguire looks like he's going West Ham. Actually, no. Maguire's got interest, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan.
That's great. The 3 things.
No, listen, I don't believe that. An agent.
Maguire should go to Italy.
No. Crazy, innit? And Roma.
He should go Italy.
Yeah, I think it's slow for him.
Mourinho.
Yeah, Mourinho. Low block, innit? It suits Maguire, innit?
Wait, listen, I want him to go.
I think Maguire's a good player if the game's ahead of him.
I want him to go Milan and stink.
Oh, just for Mo. Yeah, but I think he would suit a back three. A lot of them teams play a back three, and it's just like that's Maguire. That's Maguire all day long, innit? Just put him in a back three and piss him off. McTominay I think he really is going to Newcastle. Geordie, tune for life. I can't lie, the links are strong. Like that's an Eddie Howe signing, not a Newcastle signing. That's an Eddie Howe signing. McTominay. They really want him. Like by the looks of it, they
Who
really
does?
want him. Eddie Howe wants McTominay.
Fuck.
They're going back in for him. No joke.
Newcastle
Well,
fans aren't happy
goal
about that.
machine.
Basically.
Goal
He's at
machine.
your rich man's long staff or something,
Now-
innit?
I'm gonna have to pretend that Mount's anything great now if he comes to Man United because it's just like.
I don't know. Speaking on Mount, though, did you see when he did a lap of on the last day of the season? That didn't look that didn't look to me like he wanted to go, bro.
Like, yeah, but you're gonna put on some tears and that. He's been there since he was what 6? They offered Chelsea. Look, the thing is, Chelsea have offered this guy a contract, right?
Yeah.
This guy, they have offered him a contract. Like the money is there. You can accept it. This is why I don't get Chelsea.
Wait, how much did they offer him?
Like 200 odd K maybe or something like that. And he still haven't accepted it. He wants 300K, but he's probably thinking like, I'm seeing you paying up this, that for Sterling, that, blah, blah, blah. Koulibaly and that, Thiago Silva. They're probably thinking, where's my money then?
You know what? This is finally where Chelsea are being kind of smart though, because when more new players come in, they're going to be like, wait, but Mount's on 300K and I'm much better than him. So why?
Spot on, bro.
That's why Chelsea are being a bit smart. Finally, they're waking up and spending.
But Chelsea kind of have to sell. This fell on their lap. Like, let's not act like they had a plan to sell Mason Mount. They offered him numerous contracts. He rejected those contracts, and now it's a situation where they're like, you know what, we might as well let him leave because we can get a return on our investment. Bring him in from the academy, and a lot of the other players that they have are not going to garner as much earnings as this guy can.
Yeah, and look, that's the thing. Yesterday, you will have seen from him. Obviously, like Kaz said, he came through Cobham. He loves Chelsea. Everyone knows he loves Chelsea, innit? But I think he's used his head and thought, my days at Chelsea, I've said this before. If he goes Liverpool, if he goes Man United, he can't be like squad player. He has to come in and start because I think when Mount was starting for Chelsea, he was one of their best players, right?
He's not going anywhere to be a bench player, bro.
Nah.
That's the reality.
And he's not. But do you know what? And honestly, he's good enough to be a regular at.
He would replace Eriksen at United.
Nah, I don't know. I've got a different way of looking at one set. What? No, Geordie. I'm not joking. Laurie Whitwell is Man United's top journo, bro. He said Newcastle are back in, like literally the few days. Luckhurst said it. Times Sports said it. Go check it yourself, bro. I know you don't want it, but it wasn't a few weeks ago. This is literally during the week.
No, but this is what Newcastle. You got to realize.
Think about it. The way Joe Linton plays, Scott McTominay is going to be a like for like, just to do his job. That's what it's going to be.
Newcastle seen what Everton did. Newcastle seen what Everton did.
He has got a goal in it.
Newcastle seen what Everton did, and they're scared that they're going to buy up all the rejects from other teams and then become a team full of rejects. That's not what's going to happen.
But at the same time, you've got to remember one of the key things with Newcastle at the moment, is their squad depth is not great.
That's
so
most
McTominay. Yeah, I hear you, but Liverpool, bro, the drop off at Newcastle can be quite bad. So
I live in Brentford. I know exactly what's going to go on with Luton Town then as well.
Oh, bro, Luton today. Cass.
No, look at this. I live here. I know what I hear from Newcastle. Okay, I live in Bedford. I lived in London. That means I know what Ben Jacobs and the rest of it are going on at Chelsea.
Ornstein's Kaz's best friend. You know that?
Yeah, exactly. He's my best mate. You know,
listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let him believe what he wants to believe. At the end of the day, when the player signs for your club, look, I didn't want Jorginho. He's been a massive surprise how good he was. So sometimes you never know.
Do you think
Newcastle fans didn't want Joe Willock? They were angry they signed Joe Willock.
They didn't want Andy Gordon either, but look what happened. 60 million.
They were pissed when they signed Joe Willock.
That's crazy because go on, what you just got to say? You said something before that's about Luton. What you say?
Luton, so it's their title parade today, isn't it?
Not
title parade, sorry, their promotion parade.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Luton's Ram today.
And the food must be lit.
Yeah. Food will be lit.
Free food.
Who's the St. Max? Does anyone think St. Maximin might leave this summer?
I think
Kendall was talking about.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Well, exactly what he said that for depth, not to start, but for depth.
Kendall was talking about that. He's probably gonna leave. Because let's be honest, he's a starter on most teams in world football. He's not really a starter in their current system.
And Ciso as well. I wonder if there's gonna be a surprise club that coming for that man. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. But that was goal of the season, isn't it, against Man City?
It won it. Cass, it won it as well on match
as well. That was ridiculous, man. Yeah, that was dumb. That goal was.
It was mad. You know what? Goal of the season on match of the day yesterday. Most of them were in the last 3 weeks.
What was goal of the season?
The Enciso one against Man City.
Do you know what it is though? As cold as he is, I think Brian, they can't sell everyone, and that Europa League's a good, exciting. I think only McAllister and Caicedo leaves, bro.
Bro,
how are they giving that goal of the season? Surely,
bro, that was a banger. That was an absolute banger. The funniest one was that one about Luton food is dead. Anyone that says an area's food is dead, yeah.
They're not embedded with the cultures there, man.
But real talk, you just go to the right spots in Luton, yeah, and you know Luton food is.
That's how it goes, isn't it? You taste one restaurant from an area, and suddenly the whole area's bad.
Man's probably going McDonald's in the town centre, going, nah, I don't rate this Luton.
I mean, the fact that you're in Luton goes to show you don't even know Luton, bro.
Yeah, like, so if you're in Luton now, go Berry Park, yeah, and tell me you can't find a banging food spot, and if you can't, yeah, then I guess
you got some shit taste buds, mate.
You got some shit taste buds. There's
banging food there, man.
Banging food anywhere, as long as the right person lives in that town. It's like anyway. What someone just say? Yeah, whose goal was it that I was cracking up?
Was it? No, it wasn't
the Newcastle one.
No, you know the sick run from Isak and then flipping Murphy scores.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick.
However, it went down as a Murphy goal, and the Murphy goal is an actual tap-in. Yeah. All of the work is done by what's his name, innit?
Isak,
yeah. But it went down, and I said, imagine if Murphy wins this for a tap-in, he's gonna get goal of the season for everything that my guy did. But I think the right one. Generally, the quality of the goals, because I remember when I was young, yeah. I was seeing Asprilla bangers, Tony Yeboah bangers, like every single Bergkamp bangers, all these next level goals. And the ones yesterday were a bit meaty, weren't they? There was nothing really that.
Yeah, a lot of them were great. No, they were good, but they weren't. Well, they were. Well, say Maxman's one was sick, the volley. Then I see someone like I see the Son goal, left foot top against Leicester. I'm thinking,
sorry, Don Arsenal TV. You're saying in Berry Park it's only chicken and chips. No, it isn't. Like again, you're choosing to only go to chicken and chip shops. Yeah, go to one of them tandoori spots. Go to one of them Turkish spots, bro.
Can I use one of them phrases that usually against me? If you live in Luton, why do you support Arsenal? Why don't you support Luton? They're a Premier League team. They were once a Division 1 team. Glory hunter, man. What are you doing?
Actually, can I just give a shout out? You two. Well, Robs, where do you live? Do you live in the south?
Yeah.
Right.
I won't say where in South, but
no. Yeah. But so the other week, yeah, anyone that's from North London, around Finsbury Parkways or Egal, if you're ever up there, yeah, it's just around the corner from AFTV, right? There's a West Indian called Yum Yum, right? Oh, bro,
Yum Yum.
Put me to sleep.
I'm telling you, yeah, I had food comas driving home. I had to stop and buy the whammiest can of Red Bull. And then that night, me and Cass got home about, say, 7:30. We had a show at 10. We both fell asleep and didn't do the show because we were so... But, Roms, you know when you go into a West Indian, yeah? And you know what you're going to have? Like, when I go in a West Indian, generally is curry goat, rice and peas... No, curry goat. Always curry goat, rice and peas, planted in coleslaw.
Maybe.
Right? Or some brown stew chicken bangs if it's by the Grenadians, yeah. But you know when you go in there, yeah, and the menu is not just basic. The menu is they've got multiple wings, ribs, prawns, escovitch, fish, everything, yeah, and it's all there, fully stocked up, bro. Like to the point where I was going, I need to get bowls levels.
That's the thing is, that's the prize. I don't want to put down Caribbean shots because I love the food as you do.
They've always run out.
Me not have that. Most shops
don't have that.
And then the that has everything is wicked.
The shop had everything, like that's, on display, ready, like just banging it straight in there. Bro. It's gone. Bring the chef's coming and he's putting a new flipping.
Wait, so where do you say it was previously?
It's just literally just off of Seven Sisters, yeah. But bro, when I'm telling you, it bangs differently, and even the curry goat, yeah, they did a boneless curry goat so there's no bone in it as well.
You can have bone or not bone.
Bone or boneless, you get to choose which one, and the portion sizes, bro. Anyway, yum yum. But we haven't spoken on yesterday, so where do we start with Arsenal?
It's a bit of like I'll put this down as a review. Yesterday was such a nothing day for me.
Bro, yesterday was the worst like last day of the season in a long time. There was barely anything to play for except for the relegation, and Everton kind of after the 57th minute they weren't going to lose that game.
Do you know what surprised me? So I was at the Brentford game, right? And what really surprised me was considering that was kind of one of the games that oh, Martin, you are a real City hater, isn't it? He's put City loss. Yeah, City lost when we've already won the league.
I don't worry, Arsenal can come back.
But it was very and Martin, if you want to go and look at the team, go and look at the players that were playing, my guy. But I expected Brentford to be bouncing because they kind of still had something to play for. If the Tottenham result went their way, they could have still got Conference League, right?
Who? Brentford?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, if the Tottenham game didn't go their way, they still could have got.
I don't think it was Tottenham. I think it was Villa.
Brentford were not going to get anything.
No, they could have. If Villa lost and Tottenham lost, Brentford won. Brentford did win. Put it like this: if Villa and Spurs lost, they would have got conference.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they were looking that deep into it.
Well, they clearly weren't because the atmosphere was like. Because whenever I've seen Brentford on TV, yeah, the atmosphere seems all right. I'm not gonna lie; it was so flat. So flat. The City lot, we were obviously seeing because we were just there to party, to be honest with you. But then I said, like, in the last 5 minutes, I go to a steward, I go, I'm not going to lie. I expected this ground to be rocking. And he goes, oh, no. He goes, at the end of the game, they always like to party. And if we score, it goes mad. And I go, well, that. And then they went and scored. So, look, Brentford took 6 points off City this season, you know.
We've not won there yet. Since they come to the Prem, we've not won there.
No, but you guys, it was a nothing game. If you had to win that game, you would have won it.
Oh yeah, I know exactly, bro. Listen, let's be very clear. We all know about the way Manchester City play. Now, if you take out Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Jack Grealish, and Man City playing the way Man City play, where's the control? You've just taken out our 5 controllers, literally out of there.
I'm just happy that we end the season on a 5-point gap, and it's not.
Oh, you did it. Listen, Arsenal, yeah. You've had a different season. You've had a better season you have for years and years and years. A great season, yeah. And I'm done with any Arsenal fans. I'm not going to name him, but there's one in particular. But any Arsenal fans that keep sliding in my DMs, trying to have conversations about how you must get rid of Arteta. I'm bored of arguing with you. If you lot really think you need to get rid of Arteta,
I don't even care.
Bro, that's what I ended up saying to him. It was like 1 a.m. on Friday night, and he's still. And I said, bro, in the grand scheme of things, I don't care. Yeah, I'm just saying that while you're on a trajectory, yeah, you don't get rid of someone. If next season you finish 4th and you see that as a drop off, no problem. Yeah, but. Right now, and he just kept going on and on and on about Ancelotti. We need Ancelotti. I said, bro, respectfully, Ancelotti has a better squad than Arsenal, and he got dicked 4-0, right? So,
no pause there.
If you really think that getting Ancelotti is going to, for me, Ancelotti would be a backward step because I don't think my guy knows. Like, firstly, I'm not disrespecting Ancelotti. Ancelotti is a legendary manager, yeah, but I don't think with Arsenal's squad, Ancelotti would cook. Right? I don't.
You know, just to add on to your point, I'm not you. I rate Ancelotti highly, but there's no real consistency with him. You know, everywhere he's gone, he's only won that league once. It's not like he goes on to do it again and again. There's no evidence of him staying somewhere and being consistent. And on top of that, like you said, that he normally has a much better team than in this Arsenal team now. He normally has superstars and that, and he's there kind of for a short time to win one league, maybe Champions League, and then leave again. There's no real longevity with him.
This comment quickly saying, Daps, you're too rattled, just ignore it. No, the one thing I don't do is when people message me, I don't want to be ignorant and ignore their message. So I respond to have a conversation. But it's when, like, the same person every day is saying, Arteta needs to go. No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is.
All the time. The guy knows all his fans.
It is, bro. It is. It is constantly pushing.
I love Thomas, man, but
I love him. And that's why I won't ignore him because I like him.
He hates Arteta. He hates Xhaka. He hates Odegaard. The guy just hates everybody. Like, and he'll come on and he'll have reasonable points on why he doesn't like them. But we'll win a game and he'll say, "Forget it. They're the best."
Yeah. By the way, guys, there's 250 of you in here. Make sure if you haven't done it at the moment, smash the like button. I know that it can go past people's heads. That's why we put the poll there so people don't forget. But if you haven't done it, please do it now. This is something that we done back in Feb. If you remember.
So
Do you
I
remember?
was just going to say on Arsenal though, Igal, you've had a better season than usual this season, yeah, but you have kind of followed the similar. You had a drop off.
Yeah.
You ended the season well again. You've released a new kit. You're going to the summer positive.
You know what? You're not wrong. But the reality is I'm still going out of this in a positive, regardless what would have happened on the final day. We always play well on the final day. Prime Barcelona shows up on the final day. It is what it is.
Yeah, we done this back in Feb, by the way. So you remember we done our halfway predictions, or was it January? I think it might have been at the start of Feb. Because there's too much going on in January at the time. We done a prediction, like what we thought was who's going to get relegated and everything.
Let's see it.
This is what I gloated back on Twitter the other.
You're going to be so happy about the fact.
I know it's good for Kaz, but
he's going to pull something. Probably, I don't know what one. Bro, you never hold on. But if we're going to be consistent with it, Kaz, you consistently were saying Newcastle will not do anything this season.
No, but then I changed my mind, didn't it?
Mo got the top 5.
That's why we done a halfway one. So Mo done this. He thought Arsenal was going to win the league.
Oh, actually,
he wasn't too far. When you think about it, he wasn't too far off with a lot of these.
Chelsea was.
Chelsea 8th.
Hold on. Who did he have going down?
Chelsea 8th.
He had Bournemouth, Southampton, Nottingham Forest.
So he's wrong on that. So he's wrong on that.
Yeah. But when you figure the general
Leicester 12th.
Kaz, he did have some far off.
He had some stickers, bro. Leicester 12th.
You know what? It's a matter of thing. If we go back to the first, what I don't know.
Ultimately, people are saying he did quite well. He didn't predict who won the league, right? He got 2 of the teams being relegated wrong, so he didn't know.
Only thing he got right is the top 4.
He got spot on. Actually, no, he didn't.
Only thing he got right is the top 4.
At the start of the season, I had Newcastle finishing like 7th, but that's actually had them finishing 3rd or 4th with Mo, and I got that was back then.
That's
two of the anyone that does say that, you know, and by the way, they will be right when they say that I hate Liverpool. See, I was constant with this Liverpool finishing the top 4.
I remember even at the start of the season, that's when we were like, our midfield now. You're like, no, but how can the drop-off be that mad? You will go again, but you do see it now.
Yeah, that's actually done quite decent when you think about it. Look, Brighton is 7th, and he just got that bit flopped over. He didn't think
about how much. No one's talking about how much of a good job Bournemouth did of getting away from relegation early. Like, do you know they had that little period where they just said we are getting ourselves away?
I remember having an argument with Mo about Solanke and their front three and saying, "Bro, they got a sick front three. Like, how can they do it? Leicester look shit." And then I remember Daps, you was actually back in the Leicester saying, "I don't really see, but I can't see them getting relegated because they just had that squad." I said, "Bro, they're actually shit."
Yeah, like, you said it from early. Kaz, you said it from early. Even a couple months ago, I was like, Leicester won't get relegated. You're like, Roms, they will. They are us. And I didn't believe me. Fair play to you.
And here's my one. I got the Newcastle one wrong. Tottenham actually. No, did Tottenham finish 8th? I think I got that wrong in the end. Chelsea.
They did finish 8th.
Did they finish 8th?
Oh, right. You put Liverpool getting 4th as well.
Yeah, I thought Liverpool
were going to let everyone down.
But I didn't put Bournemouth. I was a backer of them. But Leeds,
hold on.
The bottom 3.
You got the bottom 3 right, Cass.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if Leicester finished above Leeds or not.
It doesn't matter. They all got.
I remember we asked Ty about it, and Ty was like, "No." Do you remember? Ty was like, "No, Leicester are finishing like 12th. Like, I can't see it."
Yeah. Like, do you know what it was? It's based on. I said at the start of the season before they sold Fofana, right? I said if Leicester get Fofana and then Ndidi back playing at their absolute best, then. There we go. But it's ultimately Fofana left and Ndidi. That is one of the biggest. Remember about 2 years ago, and Ndidi was being linked with every club as one of the best DMs. 2 years ago,
but not even that. Even as far back as about 4 years ago, even. Literally, remember when he came in after Kante, he came in as like an 18, 19. The guy's 26.
Yeah.
The guy's 26 years old, and Ndidi, and you think like, what's happened? What happened here? What's happened here?
You know, he's been taking the Favino medicine, declining when they too early. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happens a lot with players. Think about it. How many players do we see have their prime period that's short and then they just regress quickly?
Yeah, you're right.
True.
me check this quickly. This is back. This ages. This is the one that we predicted together ages ago.
So, do you know how many messages I get off of people asking for me to get them tickets for like?
Oh, I get people messaging me asking them if I can get them a visa to the UK.
Oh, bro! I have people messaging me asking to buy them boots. I have people asking me if I can get them into Manchester City's football academy.
Yeah,
but
Bro,
the amount of ones on
one
tickets
guy
at the
asked
moment
me.
is mad.
I had one guy ask me if I could get him a UK student loan. He was in Zambia.
I get people asking me, like,
bro.
if
you got that hookup, listen, bro. I'm not a student, but I'll take it if you can get me one.
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I can't like this. Look, this is, I've been saying this about Tielemans for ages, and I remember when Arsenal fans wanted him for time. I'm like, bro, there's a reason why the top clubs don't want Tielemans, because the guy gasses out. The guy is good on the ball, but it's off the ball it's just dog shit, bro. It's just crap.
Yeah.
Neves, at least with Neves off the ball movement has become a lot better. But then I'm not seeing the Neves hype as much as I used to anymore. You take away João Moutinho out of that squad a little bit, he gets older. I don't even know how he's still starting as a centre mid. He's got Mateus Nunes and he's still
Ruben Neves is apparently rejected Arsenal.
Yeah, because he wants to go to Barcelona. He wants to go to Barcelona. He wants the sun. He wants to be next to his home country. It makes sense, doesn't it? And you don't mind what wage, because it's probably going to be a similar wage anyways, or just a little bit better. But it's like, I'm just going to put down, it's more of a review of the season, not more of yesterday. Like yesterday didn't count. The only thing you can pick out yesterday, there was a sick game at Southampton. Sancho performed well again somehow. I don't know how. And Waymo's 23 years old.
That stunned me.
Aston Villa secured, European football. Like there's that and all that kind of stuff. Let me ask you then, like, what team has actually surprised you the most this season?
Brighton.
It has to be Brighton, no?
Yeah. No, I don't think it has to, because I'm saying
Aston Villa.
Oh, Aston Villa second half Aston Villa. Yeah.
For me, it's straight up Newcastle.
Bro, this is normal now.
But the thing is, it's going to be normal from now on.
No, Roms, go back to January. Go back to January when, like, from not this January. Go back to last January.
The form table, innit?
The form table. They're in the top 3.
And can I say what?
That's a he, but I just still thought there will be a moment in this season.
For years, no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
I just thought there'll be a moment in the season where
a lot of people,
actually, hold on. Yeah, Arsenal. Fucking
Arsenal might be the most surprising. But I'm going to say one more team. For me, away from top, I'm going to say Fulham.
Yes, first season in the Premier League, mad. First season in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm going to say Fulham, because they usually just come up and then they get relegated.
Oh my God,
I got a different one. All the promoted sides.
They're second off.
Hold on.
No, guys. The biggest surprise is Liverpool beating Man United 7-0.
Yeah, that's probably the most surprising result of the season, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So we got promoted. Bournemouth, Fulham, and
I think
Forest.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Forest.
For me, Fulham just excelled. But do you know what? I think there's a lot. I do think Arsenal. Come on, we have to be real about this. There was a question: will Arsenal get top 4 this season? Right. If you go back to last summer, and Chelsea were getting. Chelsea were getting all their targets. Tottenham, remember last summer, Tottenham were honestly thinking they were going to go on a run in the Champions League and the Premier League.
It was Tottenham we've got Conte, you've got Arteta. Yeah,
exactly. They were even doing the whole we got Richarlison, you got Jesus. Like Richarlison was an upgrade on Jesus, right? All of that. When you deep it, I honestly think it wasn't until Arsenal beat Chelsea in that friendly 4-0 that everyone went, "Ooh, okay."
There's something.
And you think about it, if we're talking like Brighton have ended up finishing, where did they end up finishing?
Sixth,
fifth or sixth, whichever it is. That's good for them. You think about this. Arsenal they pushed City. I won't say they pushed City all the way because they were leading it most of the way, but Arsenal led the league most of the season. Yeah, when people were saying they don't know if Arsenal will even get top 4. So I think you probably have to say Arsenal, Fulham as well. Then you've got other surprises like just how bad Leicester have been. That's
I was going to say not. I'm going to put them as a surprise. I was going to say who's been the biggest disappointments. I'm going to switch it because a lot of teams could be surprising this season.
Liverpool.
You just have to exclude Chelsea from the conversation because we know their shit.
I think
no. You bring them straight back in. they're one of
We
them.
can't let them get away with it.
Exactly.
This is the thing. We can't let them get away with
it.
No.
Because they've been so bad for so long.
This is okay. They're Chelsea. This is what they do. This is what they do. We're not allowed to criticize them too much, guys. This is Chelsea. This is what they do.
Oh, you're doing that. I thought you genuinely meant that.
This is what Chelsea do. They're a mess. And then they figure it out. So let them get an exemption. If they do this again next season, go harder on them.
I've just remembered last season. Igal, you had a personal beef with Chelsea last season, big time, innit?
Bro,
you and Chelsea were going back and forth, and I just remembered that.
Bro, I'm sick and tired of Chelsea. Chelsea this, Chelsea that, Chelsea this. Bro, all I want to ask you guys is over under. Pochettino last 2 years?
Probably not.
What we talking about here? These guys are a mess. And if we spend even a second talking about them, I feel like it's irrelevant. Same way where we should exempt Haaland from conversations for these awards because he takes all of them. We should exempt Chelsea because they've been so bad that
do you just want to exempt Man City so you can say Arsenal won the league?
What?
Do you want to exempt Man City so you can say Arsenal won the league? Because we've won 5 of the last 6. You're going to say so we now wipe City out. And technically,
I'm complimenting your team and you're taking snide digs.
But I don't. This whole thing, what I'm saying is, you can't say
the reason why I say exempt Haaland is because if you want to have an actual debate about player of the season, young player of the season, signing of the season, you have to basically say exempt Haaland. The same way, if you want to have conversation about who's been the worst signing, who's been the worst team, who's had the worst season, you have to exempt Chelsea.
Why do you have to exempt Haaland? Because Trent Alexander-Arnold's been winning young player of the season for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
bro, that I never agreed with that in the first place. They changed the rule because of him.
I think it should be. I think young players should be under 21. By the way,
he can't be Saka then. No, he can't be Saka then because he's world class, and you should exempt him anyways and all this stuff.
I think it should be under 21.
You call it
under 21. I'd say so. Yeah.
Listen.
Do you know what? I think.
Let's go back to Chelsea being shit.
But that Daniel comment real quick. Sorry,
you guys.
We do have Rodri needs some fucking flowers. Daniel, you're spot on. Rodri needs some flowers. I mean, look, Haaland did. For me personally, Haaland wasn't City's best player, and it sounds crazy with his numbers.
For me, it's Ake. I think it's.
But no, bro. There was a period where I was saying Ake, and by the way, yesterday Ake came back.
He saw Akanji on left back, so he's doing the same job.
Yeah, and Akanji has now come in and done a similar job. But Ake yesterday first came back, looked solid again. For me, it's Rodri. Rodri's our best player. Best player. When we don't have Rodri, we look like a different team. Completely different.
But you know what? Rodri's going to get his flowers. Rodri's going to get his flowers when you guys win the Champions League and he's put in FIFA best 11s and he's put in Ballon d'Or 11s. If you guys don't have a bunch of players. If you guys don't have a bunch of players,
he wants to have a coffee in a hotel chilling out.
If you don't have a bunch of those players representing all those, you know how Casemiro would get it every time Real Madrid won the Champions League? Your team better be filled with a bunch of those different players. It's not. You're going to see or else those awards are a piece of shit. And
actually, to be fair, no Real Madrid player should be getting in there anyways. They didn't win no Champions League and they didn't win no league. And I don't. Who won? Who won?
Barcelona.
Huh?
Barcelona won
it. So if anyone's going to get in, it will be a Barcelona playoff.
Rodri, if anybody gets that defensive midfielder position, or they go with 3 attacking midfielders in those things, it's just a robbery. Because I don't think there's been 3 attacking midfielders.
It's all bullshit, man. Anyways, it's been going on like that for time. Now La Liga.
I know, bro. They've been putting 4 attackers. Have you guys been seeing the lineups? They've been doing 3-3-4, putting 4 attackers in those teams.
Some mad ones.
I don't think anyone in La Liga should be getting anything because you know what it is as well. Yes, they won the league, but there's other teams that won the league. But then Arsenal went to the Europa League and got knocked out. Real Madrid didn't win the league, got knocked out, absolutely smashed out of the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there should be no Spanish player in there.
You think those awards people?
Maybe.
Do you know Thugden has a vote for the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, he's part of you. He's part of you.
Whole time I go Thugden.
That's hilarious.
They're buddies now, innit? You know,
Messi's probably going to win it, but Haaland should get
DM buddies.
He's a good guy, though.
Messi's going to probably win it.
Yeah, I think Messi will. I don't know, with the Ballon d'Or, it's weird because there's no real voting of what you must vote on. And there is going to be an element of that. We all know it already. The minute Messi won the World Cup, he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. I saw this thing the other day that was giving him all his props and of what he's done this year. And honestly, 7 of them basically just related back to the World Cup. They were like best player in the final of the World Cup, winner of a World Cup, voted best player in the World Cup, and everything was like, so basically what you're telling me is Messi has done the World Cup this season. That's what he's done. But the fact that this is probably his last chance at winning a Ballon d'Or, and it is the fact that he's finally got over the line with the World Cup, they'll give it to Messi.
It's rigged already.
If anyone else, if anyone else gets it, I'd be shocked. Like the other thing I've said is because Mbappe was as good as Messi in the World Cup, right?
If not better.
Yeah, potentially. But then I guess it was with both of them. It's then what do you two do at PSG the rest of the season? And ultimately, neither have done anything the rest of the season.
Yeah,
really,
to be fair, Messi has registered 21 goals and 20 assists in Liga.
Oh, that's good. But it's the French league.
But it is. That's what I say. It is the French league, and I don't know, man. It's going to be difficult. Like I think there should be a bunch of Premier League players in there. I'll be honest. There should be a bunch of Premier League players in there. Because if you want to go down by trophies, then if they are to do a treble and see, I'm going to say it. Then that means Julian Alvarez is going straight in, right to the top, mate.
If it's based solely on what you've been a part of, he's contributed with goals to our league. He very much contributed to the World Cup win. I mean, I get it. If people going on, it's about what trophies you've been a part of. Yeah, 100%. But
what about if Inter win? Does Lautaro Martinez get a shot?
He's had a wicked season. I can't lie.
No, because Martinez was stinky in the World Cup. Yeah, Alvarez was not stinky in the World Cup.
No, but he's turned.
You remember when he come on that, and we saw Lautaro come and we like, and Mo was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Lautaro, he's so bad." But he did get a goal. Did he not get a goal in the final?
Yeah, he might have. Penalty.
He was the winning penalty.
Yeah, that was it.
Winning penalty.
He's been wicked in the Serie A this season, to be fair. And I was thinking maybe Firmino should be the one that could go. If he used to leave, Firmino would be a great replacement or two-man strike partnership.
Well, Mo's saying Firmino to replace Zeko.
Yeah, or that would be good for them. But I think they still need a finisher unless they go get Lukaku. But
Madrid are heavily linked to him at the moment as well.
It would make sense. It's a like for all-round footballer for Benzema, isn't it? They got no Mariano, so he's leaving. So yeah, it kind of makes sense.
What do you guys think?
Who's been all right? Cool. Who's been shock of this? Who's generally, other than let's exclude Chelsea, who's been your shock of the season, whether it's a player or a team?
I have to nominate my own club. I'm sorry.
Leicester?
Yeah, I think
that's a bit of a shock. That's a shock.
You're going to have to say Liverpool as well. From being so close last season to finishing fifth, you have to.
The fall off of Fabinho. The fall off of Fabinho.
I think Liverpool was kind of predictable. You guys.
No. Let me rephrase you. It was predictable, but not this predictable. Maybe to finish third or fourth, but not to completely start the season how he did and finish outside them top four.
Last year was the last dance. This year you ran out of gas.
Yeah, but I thought the thing is, we all thought as fans we would run out of gas, but enough gas to still play Champions League football next year, not completely be out of it. That's why I'm saying it's the biggest shock.
Do you know what? I asked Cass a question earlier. Which one's harder to do, a treble or a three-peat? Right, and I think it's a good. Yeah, you did say treble, and I think this is where, just to give Man United their props, because they've already done it. That's why when Man United did a three-peat, and in the second season they did a treble, right? If you think how many games you have to play in a season where you do a treble, then think how consistent you have to be to win back-to-back Premier Leagues, yeah, and not get tired. I don't know. I think both of them, and that's where United needs some credit for when they did.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's harder to not win, to not lose a game in a Premier League season.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Well, I mean, Juventus is
hold on. No. Hold on. Miguel. So you think it's harder, yeah, to not win one game in one season than to win back-to-back leagues?
Because a lot of teams have done it across many leagues. Like Bayern have just won 11 league titles.
You are so Arsenal. I get it.
Juventus have won 9.
Programs.
You're about to win. You're about to win your third, and you could potentially win a fourth. Really and truly,
and there's a reason.
If you're good enough and you dominate a league that much, you can do it.
So why could Arsenal never retain a Premier League? Not do a treble.
We've done a three-peat. We've done a three-peat in the 30s.
No, bro,
1930.
I said a Premier League. I mean a Premier League. I don't care about the 30s.
Okay, so you only have 6 league titles or 7.
Well, let me tell you another one then, Gal. Then
You don't
Bro,
count your 2 league
I'm not.
titles
Hold
as
on.
one.
I'm not saying this isn't a conversation about how many trophies, bro. We know Arsenal have a lot of trophies, yeah.
I'm not doing that.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, the Invincibles. This is you were talking about the Invincibles, so I'm saying if the Invincibles were so damn good, why could they never retain it?
If it's so easy, why couldn't you go and win every game for or at least not lose?
It's not easy.
So then that's what I'm saying.
Bro, we have won 5 out of the last 6 leagues. Do you know how tiring that is?
The degree of, I understand how tiring that is, but I also understand if the level of quality in your team is that much superior to everybody else, it's easier to actually win 3 or 4, or even 7 on the bounce.
You think the Invincibles is the best ever?
In world football, it's actually easier for you to repeat and win multiple league titles than it is to have a season where you don't lose a game.
So the best ever Premier League team is Arsenal.
By that logic, an Invincible season, not in England, but it's been done elsewhere as well. It has been done elsewhere.
I know, but that happens a lot less often. That happens a lot less often than repeat or multiple league titles. Because multiple league titles happen so often that you have teams winning 11 on a bounce.
Yeah, but I know the better part is then, what would you rather do? Would you rather win multiple leagues on the bounce, or would you rather just have an invincible season?
That's a different conversation. I would rather win more trophies.
All right, cool. That's then conversations done.
It's all right. Next season when we do the 4-peat, let's see what everyone's saying.
I can't lie. Centaur's Invincibles. I'm taking Invincibles, man.
I'm telling you. Look, I will always tell you. Listen,
the degree of difficulty of going a season unbeaten is a lot harder.
You could go out by 10 defenders. Yeah, sit with 10 men behind the ball. Draw every single game and get relegated, and be invincible.
Listen,
yeah, I hate this point count shit. It's bollocks, man. I just don't even care about it personally. And if someone said, would you rather win 100 points in the season and still win the league, or would you rather go invincible and still win the league? I'm taking invincible, man.
Facts. Because no one's beating you.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But like I said, if you want to go invincible, get draws every single game, play boring football, get draws every single game, and get relegated.
Yeah, but that's not the case. The team that was.
Wait, how many draws was it? 12.
Bro, we scored 87 goals that season when we went invincible.
And what else did you win that season?
We didn't win anything else.
Oh, right, okay. Guess what? No, you had a tough season.
I'm not having a conversation about what's the better season. You're trying to change the conversation.
You lost to Borough, I think, that year.
Daps, please listen to what I'm saying. The degree of difficulty of going on and going an entire season and not losing is actually very hard. And it happens less often than teams that win multiple or 3 leagues in a row.
Yeah, you're right. That's why you asked the Premier League to make you a gold trophy.
You should ask them to do something special for you guys.
No, we'll never ask them to do anything because they won't. They don't love us. They love you. They hate us. They want to kick us out.
Cry me a river, bro. Your team's so good that now everyone hates you, right? That's what you're saying.
What's it called?
No, everyone's jealous, bro. Yeah, everyone is.
Anyways,
your fan base, and to be honest, Arsenal's fan base is probably the most jealous. To be,
you know what?
Actually, I can't lie.
You'd be surprised, Daps. You'd be surprised, Daps. More people in the UK actually are cheering on Man City to win the treble than, and it's mostly just the rival fans.
No, I hear you, bro. Bro, listen, I said the same. Chelsea's fan base.
Wait, did you say more people are cheering them to win the treble?
Yeah, think about it. A lot of the lower league teams, a lot of the teams that are
lower league.
A lot of people are very like England first.
Hold on. Have you really just said
first? And there's a lot of people cheering you on.
Let me be very clear. I can tell you because I've lived it, yeah? When I first moved down here, every single fucker from another team, when they asked me who I supported and I said City, they said, oh, I like you lot. Loyal fan base, 35,000 in the 3rd tier of English football. Proper loyal fan base you lot are. Yeah, got a lot of time for City, right? Your fans deserve better, right? Until we took a trophy off of teams' fucking plate. The minute we're taking food off of someone else's plate, every single fucker turned on us, yeah? Oh, no, start moaning about City. When we first started spending money, no one was moaning about spending money, and that is when we were really spending money, yeah? And everyone was like, oh, no, that's good for the league. The minute the spending led to us taking food off of your plates, you all turned into salty bastards.
This is the same thing that will happen with Newcastle.
Yeah, it will. I keep telling you,
Stop thinking about the top 6. Stop thinking about the top 6. There's so many other fan bases in this league, in this world, in this English pyramid that would be rooting for an English team to win the treble.
I agree with you.
And
Bro,
go
but
on
I
to
agree
win
with
the league.
you. But
Then there are people that don't like
I agree with you, but I'm talking about you, salty bastards. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you.
Hey, and
I
guess
said
what?
your fan base in particular.
And
Like,
guess
I'm
what? You had
out
more
your
people
fan base.
every year against Liverpool, against Man United, against Arsenal, cheering for you guys to win the league than all of us clubs because they care more about us losing than you winning.
I know,
they don't
bro.
really care.
That's the prime example is, and that's the thing I don't like. Look, when you lot lost to us, yeah, did I not come out calling out that I didn't come out going to Arsenal that night? The night we beat you at the Etihad, I did not want to call out one Arsenal fan. I was calling out the Chelsea fans. There's one right now. I was calling out all the Chelsea fans that had lost to their fucking local rivals, yeah, and were more bothered about the fact that Arsenal lost to City. And I was saying, this is mad. You support Chelsea, concentrate on your club losing to Brentford, your local rivals, and don't celebrate. And it's the same now that I don't want to see like other people, because other fan bases celebrate like that day when people going, haha, City beat Arsenal, and we're on City's side tonight. We don't want you on our side, yeah, because you're the same fan base that want to call us cheats. If you want to call us cheats, yeah, fuck off and don't celebrate nothing we do. We don't need no one else. We've got our own little bubble.
One thing I will
But
say,
Daps, you're gonna have to just hold that.
on behalf of every Liverpool fan, we are with you this Saturday.
I don't want you, bro. Listen, because this is my question to Liverpool fans.
Every Liverpool fan.
No,
Igal,
Igal, they're right, but this is a thing. This is a thing.
This
is a very simple thing. And I'll say the same to you as I did with Matisse, right? When Matisse is wanting Matisse was wanting City to win the league, yeah, so that Chelsea don't win it, yeah. And then I'm like, no, because let me ask you a question. I'll ask you the same one, Rom. So you wanted us to win the league over United. You want us to win the FA Cup over United, Rom, yeah? Same as Matisse did, no problem. How about when we play in the Champions League final?
No.
Exactly. So fuck you, yeah? Like, if you want to ride for City, ride for City. Don't pick and choose.
Bro, you don't get to pick and choose what people think.
I've said. I'm just
making content now. This is some strange behavior from you. You're basically saying right for us. You want them to be City fans. Go get a bunch of Leeds and Leicester fans to support you because they're looking for a club.
And by the way, anyone that Igal, Jay Brooks, and anyone else that thinks this is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on a stream. We are trying to entertain you. Are you not entertained? When this finishes, yeah, I take my headphones off. I get my daughter and I go to the cinema and I forget about this. I know it's not a big deal, but we're having a conversation. And I'm just saying, no, I don't want no one else. Do you think I care about, if you're not a City fan, don't support City, right? That's all I'm saying. We don't need other people to support us.
Then can I throw the same question back?
The only time I supported you guys let me down.
Let's say, for example, City see United as bigger rivals than Liverpool, correct?
Wait, you say again?
City see United as bigger rivals than Liverpool overall, not the last 4 or 5 years. Overall, would you say that? Cool. So let's say us and United are going for a Champions League or a league. You probably, not that you support us, but you probably rather us win it than United.
See, a conversation I had with a few City fans at the game yesterday, yeah? And it was quite a probably drunk, fueled conversation. But
they're the best.
But we so take the Real Madrid game for example. So the last home game, I had a spare ticket, so I gave it to this girl that is a regular from Young, but she didn't get tickets to Real Madrid at home, yeah, because there were so many tourists that managed to get fucking tickets for that. And do you know the amount of Blues that fucking didn't get tickets for that? I had 2 extra tickets. I put one on Twitter. And within 30 seconds, I'd had 40 direct messages off of real Blues saying, I can't get a ticket. It's shit, yeah? And it's got to a point now where, honestly, yeah, we don't... The more successful you get, the more people start supporting your club. And you know what? Any young kids that start supporting City because they're young kids, I'm all with that, yeah? But when it is plastics, and I will say it, when it's people that haven't supported us for long and all of a sudden they've started supporting us, we're not with it, yeah? Because here's the issue. When that starts affecting the True Blues, and the True Blues can't get fucking tickets no more because That's shit, man. When
That's
there's
Gal, you're thinking of who I'm thinking about.
I'm thinking about the proper Chelsea. I'm like, what?
it's mad. Honestly,
This is why I say I'm gonna call him out, and I know he's a rider for the channel.
Bro,
and
those
everything.
kind of nicknames never sound good to me. I'm not gonna lie.
If you're below the age of 18, and you support City, fine. I don't mind. If you're 8 years old and you swap, that's cool.
Yeah.
But people at D1 Millie and the rest of you bastards.
No, I don't know about D1 Millie.
No. D1 Millie lives down my old road where I grew up.
Big up to you.
Right, no, but Kaz, if you
He's an Arsenal fan.
Kaz, respect me, bro. Respect
all you man,
right?
South London.
Hold on. How old is D1 Millie?
About 25.
Right, okay. So City's been so. All right, I don't know. You can't say where he lives. You can't say where he lives.
I said down my road, my old road.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You live down your old road and you support Manchester United, young man.
Yeah, but back then,
why is he catching strays?
He just sent for himself. Literally, he said he used to live down my road and he supports City, but you support United.
It's 26. It's my age. It's my age. All right, cool. Yeah, look. When United were back my age, we were huge, massive. No one, I didn't even know Man City existed. Like that was it. So if someone else my age,
your football knowledge was dog shit, then, bro.
Not really.
You're lying there, Kaz. You've known Man City existed forever.
No, when I was 8, all right, you're telling me when I was 10 years old, you want to talk to me about ball knowledge, and I knew what.
Bro, respectfully, bro. Yeah, when I was about 6 or 7, I had Panini stickers. I could name every single squad in the fucking Premier League, bro. Like my ball knowledge was better then.
I didn't know City existed, bro. The only thing I might have seen them in is my sticker book.
Literally.
So you didn't know they existed.
You must be that. Because listen,
you're telling me, bro, respectfully, all you man, don't tell me about my own memories, bro.
No, you don't, Kaz, you just he just ruined himself. He said, I didn't know Man City knew.
I didn't know they existed.
Right, but then you went on and said, I had to stick.
Wait.
You then said, Kaz,
I'm telling you. So let me write the story, fam.
Why are you yelling?
Finish, Kaz.
You man are just talking shit, bro, and not letting me finish.
I'm going there and turn your fucking mic off. Let me finish.
Oh my God, he ain't gonna do nothing.
All right, no problem. Really, Kaz? Really? So let me fucking finish.
You break my back, man. You don't have to turn it off.
Let me finish.
Right? You're always there finishing though, bruv. Like, let me
talk. Do you want me to come in here and fucking shout down your mic? You're gonna let me finish?
I didn't know you man existed when I was 10 years old. What?
Right, Kaz, let me finish, you fucking knob cheese, yeah? Right? You said Man City, I did not know Man City existed, yeah? You then said, except for the sticker in the sticker book. So, very simply, did you know Man City existed?
Not at a certain age.
No, you just said you did from the sticker in your sticker book.
Until at a certain age. That's why I said you never let me finish what I'm about to say because you want to jump.
I fully don't believe you're a baller now. You tell me you're a baller, I don't believe it.
Anyways, I didn't know City existed. Yeah, I was born in '96. Yeah, I'm about 8 years old. Until I started getting into year 5, year 6, when I was about 11. Yes, okay. Can I finish my point? Then I started seeing.
So of course you can. Why are you saying that?
I started seeing a blue kit, and you get little stickers that you put in your little book, and you go around trading all your cards. Yeah. So Man United are this massive team. Yeah,
and that's why you supported them.
Okay. Yeah, of course, through my brothers. So when someone else is my age that supports Man City, and I know they didn't exist, they don't just pick them and say, yeah, I supported them because I like the look of their fucking kit or nothing. Everyone in South London, or even London in general, yeah, that were born here, that are around my age, 21 plus even, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, or Chelsea, actually to a point. And there wasn't a lot of Chelsea fans either, to be fair, until you started seeing what year 5, year 7, there's an odd Chelsea fan and an odd Tottenham fan. So that's what I said, yeah. That's it.
My point was,
you didn't know who City were, bro. You did.
This is my point,
yeah. Go on.
What year did you turn 10? Because this is my question to you. What year did you turn 10?
I was about 2005 or 6.
Cool. Then I just throw it to you straight away. Do you know Richard Dunn and Sylvain Distin? I'm just gonna ask you, yes or no?
Yeah, but I knew them more when they were out. Who they play for? Was it Aston Villa and that?
But did you know them as City players? Because if you did, you knew.
No, he's just lying. Leave him lying, innit? He's lying.
No, after around year 7, year 8, then you start getting. Obviously,
did you know Georgie King Clancy was?
No, bro.
All right. Well, your ball knowledge as a kid was
Anyway,
dog shit,
yeah, I
bro.
don't
I'm
get.
not gonna lie.
I don't do this kid thing when you say you don't know ball and that, bro. When I was
No,
in,
you
when
didn't.
when I'm
Respectfully,
10,
you didn't,
11,
bro.
12, when I'm 10, 11, 12 years old, no one knows every single team. No one knows every single player. No one knows like that, bro.
No, I did, bro. I did
When
as a kid. I
when
did.
you're 10, 11, 12, when you're 10, 11, 12, you don't know every team in the world. You know all the best players and you know the top teams. Am I right or am I wrong? And you know the other little teams when they score bangers like Romadol back for Charlton.
Right, that's why. Thank you, bro. That's why you knew Georgie Kincladze. There we go.
Because
You scored fucking
didn't know
bangers.
Kincladze.
All I'm trying to say
All right, then your ball knowledge was shit. You faked your whole history as a fucking
was a
football
centre mid
fan.
where I played that was scoring bangers.
Kaz, all I'm saying to you, I'm slightly younger.
You
than
tell me
I've
you were
known Man
centre
City-
back. Hold
I've
on,
known
what's
Man
going
City
on
for
here?
about 7, 8, and we've got good ball knowledge. I've known City.
Hold on,
for about
Cass,
7,
you
8.
hold on. Cass, are you a centre back? Are you a centre back or a
No.
midfielder? Because it keeps changing.
No, bro. When you're good, you can play multiple positions.
You were telling Monts on Friday
Yeah,
you are a centre back. Now you just said you're a centre mid.
No, I never. I said don't try this. That's because you're trying to pinpoint and make me look like a dickhead. So don't do that.
It's working. And
No, it's
what?
not.
And
No,
what?
You mean
And
what?
nothing.
Man?
You'll do nothing.
Yo, these guys live together, you know.
Anyways,
These guys are gonna fight.
Obviously in my career, in my younger days, I started off as a centre mid and a DM. Like that. It wasn't even DM. It was just more box to box. There's no such thing as a DM. It was more box to box, and you do your defensive duties.
So you're
Then
a
I started
midfielder
going
or
on
a
the right mid.
defender?
Then I started going on the right mid because I had a bit of pace and it was easy to keep your width and you can cross the ball. That's the way it worked. And I worked my way back. And then I played right back and left back. Or then I played wing back. And then now I've got no fitness. I'll play centre back because guess what? I'm good enough to play centre back. That's the way it is.
We will see. We will see.
You won't
The
see 'cause
reviews
you're at
will
work.
come in. No,
Anyways.
but Monts is giving me a rundown on just how
Fine.
well you perform.
You're saying like Mont's like he ain't got no pressure on himself. If he can't be a fat youth, that in the right, a fat old man and that, and he can't beat no one, it's the same way. It's the same way.
Wait, there's footage there. I swear, it's there for everyone to see.
Actually, I think it's gonna get recorded. Yeah, bro. So it's cool.
When's the game?
Friday.
What are you guys doing?
Playing football at Wall Stadium.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, no, I'm mad in it.
That's
I'm at work, so I can't go, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't get it off, unfortunately. But
Quad.
anyways, as I was saying, if you're above the age of 21 or 20, no, actually no, fuck that, 19.
What was the even point? What was the initial point?
The point is, if you're you talk about
He
plastic,
didn't know City for
if you're talking about plastics, it's not about not knowing City. It's about if you're 19 plus, more than likely you didn't know who Man City were more time. Yeah.
I've always said, if for me, if you're born in the 80s or 90s and you're from London, it's not that I'm not going to believe you. I have to question you. You see, you've got proof from young pictures, jerseys, and whatnot. Even the other day, sorry, Hamza, I love Hamza. The other day, I think someone asked him, what's your latest City shop? He's like, 1 minute, it's in the back. He went to get it and he's like, actually, I can't find it. And that, for me, that's stuff where if you trip up like that, for me, it's like, was you generally one from young? But I just think, like Kaz said, if you're about 19 and up, if you're 19 and young, you say Sport City, that is fine because it makes sense. When you start to get good, they would have been 8, 9, and when you're getting into football. But if you're 80s or 90s from London saying Sport City, I have to question. I'm not good. I think what Kaz does, he disregards them straight away. I have to then ask you questions, and I need to find out if it's legit. That's all.
City were in League One 2002, not even. I swear they got promoted. When did you get
all
promoted?
I have to say is, if you
but you've got to remember, see, only young people say. So he will say that people will say we didn't come up to the yes, we get it, yeah, but when you're of a certain age, you know that yes, City spent some time in Division 1 and in Division 1 and the Championship, but if you're of a certain age, you also know that before that they were in the Premier League, yeah. So when the Premier League started, Manchester City were in the Premier League. Manchester City got relegated from the Premier League and spent a few years away from the Premier League, then came back. So when I'm talking about Georgie Kincladze, Georgie Kincladze, anyone that is of a certain age and watched Match of the Day, remember, back when I was younger, the only way really you watched football was either go to games or Match of the Day, and then Sky, right? But predominantly, not everyone had Sky, so people watch Match of the Day.
Everyone had a big then TVs with a brick at the back.
Now, if you watch Match of the Day, then you will know of Georgie Kincladze, right? Georgie Kincladze scored absolute bangers, so if someone is Cass, to be fair, you are younger than me, but if you are of a certain age, you would Cass, were you about I think probably around the time of Eric Cantona?
Nah.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't even watch the game.
Round about that time, King Clancy,
I was born obviously in 96, so around, but I never watched it and said,
so
yeah,
maybe, to be fair, so my bad, maybe you won't know King Clancy, yeah? But if you're round Bergkamp era, I think probably a bit before. In fact, when was it? I've got it.
Bergkamp era was pretty much the end of most of our times in 2004, innit?
95. Do you know what? Round 95. If you're around 95, yeah, 95 was kind of like King Clancy to 97-ish, I think. 97, 98.
What was the year City came back up to the Prem? 03, 04? Was it around them time? Or was it earlier?
No. I think it was about... might be...
It
was earlier. It's earlier than that.
Oh.
Was it earlier than that? I can't even remember.
No, you got promoted back to 2002.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, hold on, from the new I swear it was I think that's wrong. That's wrong, bro. It wasn't earlier than that.
2001, 2002 season.
Stuart Pearce, no?
Yeah, 2001, 2002 season.
Yeah, 2002.
I thought it was earlier than that, you know.
Because the only thing I remember is obviously Sean Goater. I think everyone remembers Sean Goater. But that's from, you know what that's from? When you get your knowledge when you're like 11 years old, 12, it's when you start watching Premier League years. That's when you do it. And the main games you used to watch, don't get me wrong. When I was in year 5, year 6, year 7, so I was around them times, like I would be watching Man United, Arsenal, the big games. I wouldn't watch Man United versus, I don't know, Middlesbrough or something. I wouldn't go out my way. I'm going out to play, bro. I'm glad to kick ball. I hear about the result the next day and he said, oh, you know, like Man United. I'm like, oh, who scored? Or something.
I love this one. So I'm going to put this one up. Because it's my chance to cook Chelsea. So Mr. Chelsea fan who says small city. Me and Matisse have had this out before. You got bought out in 2003. We got bought out in 2008. So let's go 2003. Before 2003, you had won 6 big trophies. Before 2003, Manchester City had won 9 big trophies. We had done a domestic cup and a European Cup double, right? So respectfully, as a Chelsea fan, when you say small city, I hear you, but we're bigger than your club. The fact is, our history is greater than your club's history before money. The fact is, you now have a 40,000 capacity stadium and a couple of bad results and you failed to fill your stadium. So Chelsea, I'll accept those type of comments. Small city off of Liverpool, off of United, off of Arsenal. I will not ever accept that off of Chelsea.
You know what? I didn't even realise that you're on 9 league titles. Arsenal fans need to watch out. They're only like 4 or 5 behind you. They can catch you quite easily. When someone said City on 9 league titles, I thought, wait, what? I thought it was about 6 or 7. When you break it down, before the Mancini one, the Aguero moment, from then until now, it's been what, 7, 6, 7?
Aguero moment was 12, wasn't it? 2012.
Yeah. So no, I mean, how many Prem since that one? It's been about, I think, 6 or 7.
5, 6. So
That's
5 with Pep and 1 with Pellegrini.
That's the thing. We can all ban the City, but what we're not realizing they're making their history.
Let me just say this. So Daps, you've overtaken Chelsea, you're saying?
No, they did.
No.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is, right, that when Chelsea fans say small city, I'll accept Arsenal because, by the way, I don't care about being big. So people need to be very clear. I do not care about my club being called and labelled big. Don't care about that. But when people say, when Chelsea, so if Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man United fans want to say that City are a small club, do you know what? No problem. All 3 of your clubs are bigger. And when I say bigger, I mean not the best at the moment. I mean bigger. You are. When Chelsea fans try and do that and try and do City's history before money, it's like, Chelsea, come on, man. You can't do that because our history before money was greater than your history before money. So it's just... It's a Chelsea fan base when they try and jump on the thing that your 3 fan bases use. Confusing.
This is what kind of bothers me. I don't really care too much, but what bothers me is it's always they skip Chelsea and they go straight to Arsenal and they're like, oh, Arsenal better watch out. I acknowledge that Manchester City are doing great and they continue at this pace. Not only are they going to overtake Arsenal, but they could potentially catch up to Man City. They could potentially catch up to Liverpool and Man United based on the trajectory they're on. You've won almost 7 years.
It's a long way though, bro. It's a long way to
you know the matter thing
is a long way to go, but it's very realistic. Right now, Chelsea are 2 trophies ahead of City. City win the FA Cup and the Champions League. They've now tied and leveled with City, with Chelsea's trophy count. They win one more trophy next year. They've fully overtaken Chelsea as when it comes to teams that have the most trophies in England. They would be the fourth, going from being like not even in the top 10 to being fourth. That's what they're going to be doing. Then they still need to win another 11 trophies to catch us.
Yeah.
I can't be. I'm not. By the way, when I was shouting with that, I'm not disrespecting the club or nothing. I just didn't know what clubs were, who clubs are what, man. It don't matter if I didn't know who existed and who didn't existed. I just didn't know until a certain age.
By the way, just so people know,
I just want to.
Just another quick fact on me and Cass as well.
This conversation is going to happen every day from now until you win the Champions League, and even after you win it. People, before you start saying Chelsea's a bigger club or City's a bigger club than Arsenal, talk about them in Chelsea first before you start having conversation about Arsenal.
Kaz, I can't lie. If you say you don't know SE Don, the 10-year-old, you're lying as well. You're just a liar. You don't have full knowledge.
I think it's different in this day and age, innit? But back then, when you can go out and you didn't have an iPad or flipping phone or nothing like that, trust me, you didn't know where things. You didn't know. I didn't know. You don't know who run was going at until you get your sticker books and all that kind of stuff.
But I'm not going to lie. I had sticker books from, I was telling you, Cass, how I used to spend my dinner money as a kid. And I spent my dinner money on
literally everyone used to do it. Run to the shop and hope you get...
And that's what I'm saying, bro. So when you say that you don't know who City were, I probably forgot your age, that actually if you were buying a Panini sticker book at certain ages, you wouldn't have had City in it because we were in Division 1 of the Championship. And what I was going to say, the other thing is, back then, me and Cass would communicate more by actually getting up and walking into rooms. This morning, we were literally texting each other and messaging each other.
I'm not even joking. Yeah, it's dumb. You know what is? You know what is the Arsenal fan base, yeah? You lot are just so fucking insecure. It's unreal. Like your fan base online. Let me call you the online ones.
Sorry, I'm just gonna I've got to drop off because I've got to get ready to go cinema.
Yeah.
I love everyone.
I need to ask you something. I'm gonna message you something.
Yeah,
but that's every fan base. That's not just Arsenal.
No.
I'm going to see Little Mermaid in a minute.
Jumping on everybody.
Let me finish.
It's what I do, bro. It's what I do. Listen, and if people in this, and I keep getting this thing about Daps. I'll say this before I go about Daps. You never let anyone finish. You always talk over people, right? I said this in the comments the other day. I do, and it's something that I constantly try and stop. But you know when you have personality traits and you can't stop it. So I never mean any disrespect with it. It's just unfortunately I can't fucking control my mouth. So it's what it. Pause.
Yeah.
Salute.
What I was gonna say, Gal, what's it called? But what I was gonna say about Arsenal is like, when I say the online fan base, and I don't mean the older heads. It's not the older heads, like the ones that don't come on and do that. But let me talk about Twitter. Yeah, if I'm to make a tweet about Man City of any kind, I'm not gonna get much about it. If I make one about Liverpool, yeah, more so probably. You know, you get your Ilias's and so forth and how. If I was to make one about Chelsea, probably nothing. You know. Who's another team? Give me another team that I've missed out. Like Tottenham, you get a few, but they know what's the truth and everything. But then it comes to Arsenal. I make one tweet about a player, make one tweet on a manager, I make one tweet comparisons, and oh my word, the amount of abuse that comes down the way is crazy, bro. Like, and it's just like, bro, you man are so insecure. It's unreal. Like you can't even be constructive about anything because they just get onto your back. And you know what?
Because their fan base is massive, though. That's what they'll say.
And it's not about hating on you, man. You just do it to yourselves because if it actually tells the truth, the biggest fan base is Man United, and the biggest fan base that's always been getting the most hate is Man United. And I'm not saying Man United are in the clear because Man United fans talk absolute fucking shit, bro. I know it firsthand. I see it every single day on my timeline. Yeah. But for me, it's like this. And then the narrative would be, the salty narrative. City spent loads of money when in truth, you've only spent, you lot have spent in the last, since Pep you spent pretty much the same amount of money since Pep took over. And then there might be another part. It's like, like Man City are ruining the league by getting like dominating the league. But guess what? Liverpool dominated the league in the 70s. Arsenal dominated for like 10-year period in the 80s. Man United then dominated for time being. And then it's like splitting up a little bit. Chelsea won it a few times. And then now Man City are dominating it. So in calling it Farmers League, but in the end, it's been happening for the last 4 years. But you know, when you try to put this across to your fan base, they don't want to understand it. just
You
don't
know what
get
I
it.
get?
One
You know what I
second,
get? When I
one second.
criticize Arsenal, they're like, "You're one of us. Why are you doing this?"
It's not just Arsenal. I could have a logical conversation about Chelsea. They'll go crazy. I could talk about Rashford having a good season.
You got different type of hate though.
I could have a regular conversation about Manchester United, and somehow it will turn into, oh, you don't believe in us. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm literally just having a conversation about you guys needing more squad depth. They're like, you do too. I'm like, I agree. Everything is always tribalistic. It's not about Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's tribalism. You're a Man United fan. You tweet about Arsenal. People are gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, why are you talking? Look at your own team. That's what people do.
You know, years ago, it's not even Sean says online kids. No, bro, I'm telling you now, Sean, as well. Yeah, there are
grown-ass men.
It's grown-ass men.
Bro, there's a Man United fan who tweets on every tweet I do about Arsenal, and he says, "What
He's got your notifications on. Did he do it straight away?
Yeah,
He's probably got your notifications.
I will delete. Delete the tweet because I misspelled it. He already replied.
Yeah, no, it's just it's funny, man. It's just
Bro, I think there's over 100 people who have my notifications on, and these guys just tweet the most random as shit. There's a Spurs account. Anytime I talk about anything relating to how good our season has been, he says he doesn't say what a trophy. You know what he says? Pochettino did better. I'm like, what?
How?
No, he's basically saying the season Pochettino had where they finished second was better.
Whatever, man. But it's the same. It is tribalistic, but it's just the online kids. When it comes to, for me, anyways, just my experience, it's always Arsenal, bro. And I think it's probably because there's a lot of Arsenal, Man United.
I think it's every fan base does it. And if you haven't noticed, you can't have a conversation about anything trending about another club without them saying, "Oh, you're obsessed with them."
Yeah,
Pochettino's trending right now. I dare tweet about Pochettino. I hate Chelsea apparently.
DJ, do you remember Andy Cole? No, I don't, bro.
Andy Cole is a legend, bro.
Yes, I know who he is, but did I ever watch him play and I can remember a game from him? No. In his later career, maybe I might have, but no, he was
not weird. That was my guy. Don't make fun of Dawood.
Yeah, no, that was calm, man. But it's just I don't know, man. It's just funny old game of Twitter, isn't it?
Listen,
all the time.
People are obsessed with Arsenal. Us three clubs. You see us three clubs? Everyone's obsessed with them. They want to. Chelsea are 11th. No one cares. Tottenham are 8th. No one cares.
At least with
any
Chelsea,
of our clubs were in their situations, we would be destroyed.
You know what it is, yeah. At least with Chelsea, yeah, they only like Chelsea stuff. They don't really care. Of course, they're gonna ban a rivals stuff, but at least Chelsea act as a clique. Like they're literally a clique. It's just Chelsea, all Chelsea. They kind of stay in their lane in a way, but they're all like together. Have you not noticed the Chelsea fan base, even when it comes to online here, they don't really watch rival stuff all the time. They keep within themselves.
They only watch rival stuff when they're doing well. The reason why Chelsea fans are not around is because they're losing. I remember when Chelsea were in the Champions League, they're on my channel every single day saying, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, that's normal Chelsea Arsenal stuff, but they technically like go in their own thing. I don't really have an issue with Chelsea fans more time. Like they're all right, man. It's just that's why it's so hard to ban at Chelsea because there's the lack of them online or a lack of good personalities online. Unless you're like Winter Surf and Matisse.
They're gonna be back next season. They're going to be back next season, bro.
But you can never corn Chelsea as much as you can corn Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool. It will never be the same. Even today, there's with Man City content creators. There's not a lot of them. Like when you really deep it, so it's kind of hard to come online and start bannering them. Because to be fair, as much as Man City win, they're quite a humble fan base. At the end of the day,
when they get relegated next year, we won't talk about them ever again. Don't worry.
When Man City get relegated.
No, when Chelsea get relegated.
That's what I've said, Kaz. People say this and that about Man City, but. Bro, they're quite if we're being honest, they're quite humble. Like they just keep themselves to themselves. The only one that's not, and I'm calling you out, I like you, but Patrick will just go for you.
Tottenham.
No, sorry, not Patrick Jordan. Patrick City fan, the City one, not the Spurs fan.
I think City fans are the best fans. They're the most like they don't overglow. They don't take it too far. The only person who I see that's a City fan who
Hamza.
Really like
for me, it's Patrick.
Is Hamza and MCF lads. Those are the only two people who I see are actually in your face. Everyone else is kind of like, it is what it is. Tottenham, even though I hate them, their fans are second. They're the second least deluded fan.
You know what? I think Tottenham are coming. They're crawling to the top for me still. Like I can't lie.
They're not that bad.
No, I know people say, why do you hate Tottenham so much? It's like, it's not that. It's just, you just do it to yourselves, man. The shit I see online sometimes. And I'm thinking like...
Well, who's worse, Liverpool or Chelsea? I think Liverpool are actually worse than
I can't lie, we can be unbearable.
No, they're unbearable, bro. Like,
and
I
Man
can't
United
lie.
is the worst. Arsenal second worst.
I can imagine that. I can imagine Arsenal being, but for me, Arsenal.
No, for me, I'm sorry. For me,
but then there's
Arsenal have to be
Arsenal,
number
man.
one.
No,
If
no,
I'm
no.
being honest,
Arsenal
it's probably
second.
Arsenal,
Arsenal
then
second on the
United.
list, bro. Man United fans, there's people legitimately having conversations about a treble this season.
I can't be. The thing is, I don't even like talking to Man United fans online myself. I don't like. Have you not noticed? I don't really like talking on Man United. Really, I don't really do it because I don't want to.
Speaking of back,
Bro, they're still beefing with you over
It's like-
Sancho. Sancho has one good game. They're beefing you.
Deji said he's going to win the Champions League, if not the Premier League this season, if they play Jed Spencer.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that stream?
The thing is with Deji's quality person. Like, I know I don't know if he mean. The thing is, you don't know if he means it or not, but you just think like, what's he thinking in his head?
Yeah.
Bro, Deji's saying next season is a top 7. It might actually happen, you know.
It's no such thing as a top 7. There's no such thing. It's not that. It's not
It
that.
might happen.
You can't accommodate
Guys,
because before you know it,
need the money, bro.
before you know it, then then Aston Villa, someone gets bought out by a next rich ass billionaire, and then it's gonna be top 8 and it's top 10. It's like, what's the point,
bro? Eventually, the Premier League is gonna have the richest clubs in the world football. That's what it is.
Yeah,
we might already have it.
I don't know, man. I think the top. It's gonna be
United Trey is the best. That guy's just banter.
He's gonna have to change it. He's gonna have to change his DP soon, man, because Marcel's gotta go.
You know what happens when players leave like that? The person just goes and they change to the most popular player at that moment, but they don't change their name. We still have Patrick with Ozil picture. Patrick Timmins, he still has the Ozil picture.
Oh yeah, but that's probably because
the guy's a robot. The guy's a robot. I don't think he's a real human.
Does Ozil follow him?
No.
Oh, then that's weird, man.
I don't think he's a real human. Like how Ozil thing is followed by Ozil. He literally has 7 different platforms where all he does is promote Ozil content, and it's massive.
I don't know, man, but for me, I don't follow people like United Trey, United this person, United that. They all piss me off with their shit, and it's just like I don't want to see it.
I'm obsessed with Chelsea.
I just don't want to see it. I can't be asked. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up.
I gotta go, bro. Love for the love.
It's calm. Wrapping up there. Make sure you smash the like if you haven't yet. It's more of a banter show than a review show, to be honest. There's going to be content obviously every day on just because the season's finished. We got a few things to do. We got to do an FA Cup preview. I suppose we got Mo and Daps to do a Champions League preview. We got loads of stuff, and then there's going to be, obviously a lot of transfer news on Never a Foul. There's going to be it's going to be a lot of pop-ups pretty much, and then other little stuff. I'm going to keep Rivals going every Sunday just to talk shit because I want to. And then just other little bits and bobs, talk about team of the season, worst of the season, players of the season. And then maybe just, like you, I think it's just general chat. Like sometimes you just go live, just have a general chat about what's going on really. And then that's it. That's just the way that the summer's going to have to go. So man.
Big up you and Daps as well, because obviously and Mo and Ty as well, but all of the content you've been doing over the season now. And one thing Daps said last week, and yourself, that I liked is now every other channel do team of the season before the season's ended. Like now you lot are probably going to do your proper one, innit? But it makes sense to do it once the season ends. It makes
sense. It's just going to be a lot of chilled stuff, I'd say. I think in the summer we're not going to try and go live and stuff like during the hot days. There's no point. We'll wait till the nights cool down in the morning, maybe when everyone's waking up as well, and all that kind of stuff. Near enough 10K subs and much more. So. Yeah, man, there's lots to do. Getting the studio finished off by the last little bit. So we're going to switch up the content quite a lot, to be fair. Studio shows, recorded stuff. And then obviously live shows and stuff like that as well. But yeah, man, we ain't going nowhere. Only going to get better. So, but yeah, man, in a bit, see you guys probably tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy Big Six. Go and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and go to a Gal show and just go like his video in it. That'll be sick. So in a bit.